So, tayo napalilibutan ng structures like buildings, bridges, roads, mga ganon. So, before creating that structures, of course, merong owner and contractor. So, sa section na ito is focus sa relation ng owner and contractor. Paano nangyayari yung kontrata, yung payments, agreements, mga ganon. So, to proceed, this section is entitled Labor, Works, and Payments. So, yung first article is Article 19, which is labor. So, in labor, it involves here the character of workman. So, sa character of workman, ang contractor dito yung involved magkuha ng mga workers na mag-work, of course, sa isang project. The contractor shall employ only competent and duly qualified professionals, technical personnel, foreman, mechanics, and workers na magsusupervise or mag-execute ng work. Di ka naman pwedeng kumuha ng mga kung sino-sino lang, mga unqualified or inexperienced, ganon. May negative impact kasi yon sa project performance during construction phase. Kaya minsan nagkakaroon ng delays. Dapat yung mga may alam sa construction. Sabi rin dito, the contractor shall remove from the site an employee who is careless or incompetent or obstruct the progress of the work. So, next is Article 20, which is work. So, under ng work, yung 2001, methods and appliances. The contractor shall use methods and appliances like heavy equipments, ganon, to help complete heavy-duty tasks in the easiest way. And also, reduce the need for manual labor para mapabilis and para ma-ensure yung completion time ng work within sa napagkasundo ang completion time. Kung nakikita ng owner na hindi ganun ka-effective or efficient yung methods na ginagawa ng contractor, the owner may order the contractor to increase the rate of their efficiency or to improve their system of operation. Laying out of work. So, in any construction project naman, there should be proper planning for site layout. Kasi yun yung magiging main workplace. And inaccurate layout points can lead to wide range of problems. Weaken or otherwise nako-compromise yung finished structure, creating a serious safety hazard para sa mga future occupants and pati na rin sa mga workers. So, it shall be carefully guarded and preserved by the contractor. Defective work. So, ito yung mga work that fails to comply sa contract. Construction defects naman are common, though most defects are minor. Meron pa rin mga defects na could risk damage to either sa tao or sa property itself. Kaya dapat ayusin in accordance with drawings and specifications. So, what are the options available sa owner in case na magkaroon ng defective work? So, depende yon kay owner. Pwede niyang ipaayos or she may accept na lang yung defective work, in which case, mag-i-issue na lang ng change order sa contractor, tapos magkakaroon na lang ng reduction sa contract price. Inspection of work. A construction site inspection carries a lot of weight and responsibility, kaya yung owner dapat mag-provide ng sufficient number of inspectors while work is in progress to ensure na rin its timely inspection. So, yung mga ginagawang inspections are crucial to ensure that works within sa isang project go forward as planned and syempre with accordance sa requirements, standards, and regulation. So, required talaga to have routine inspections para any violations or mismanagement can be corrected before completion date. The inspector will also inspect the tools, pati yung mga construction materials being used sa site. And all inspections and tests shall be performed as not to delay the work unnecessarily. Work during emergency. So, kahit sa ang construction site naman, emergencies and disasters can strike anywhere, anytime. Kaya nga, yung mga contractors should plan for workplace emergencies sa lahat ng job sites to minimize yung potential injury sa mga workers and or damage sa property when an emergency strikes. From the past topic, it is clearly stated there, yung Article 1801, na the contractor should ensure the safety of his workers. increase or decrease of quantities of work. So, ito yung addition or deletion of works, introduction sa new work items that are not included sa original contract, or reclassification of work items that are either due to change of plans, design, or alignment to suit yung actual field conditions, which cannot be foreseen at the time of calling for bids. And yung magaganap na change sa scope of work ng contractor shall be covered by a change order. However, work done by the contractor without timely notice to the owner that an adjustment is required of contract price and completion time shall be at his own risk and expense. Changes in the work. So, under nito, yung changes ordered by the owner, change of subsurface conditions, adjustment of contract, value of extra work. And last is award of extra work to other contractors. So, first off is yung changes ordered by the owner. Change orders are a normal part of the construction process. So, yung change order, ito yung work that is added or removed from the original scope of work na napag-agrihan na sa contract signed by the client and contractor before magsimula yung work. As the work proceeds, kunwari tapos na yung flooring, natalsan na, pero yung owner decides na baguhin, di niya bet yung design, magre-request ngayon siya ng change order, provided that the resulting overruns or underruns from the quantities or cost in the bid do not exceed 25%. So next is change of subsurface conditions. So if during the progress of work, subsurface conditions at the site materially different from those shown in any contract document, kunwari di pala ganun kaano yung bare capacity ng soil to support the building being constructed, the attention of the owner shall be called para makapag-issue ng change order sa contractor kung kailangan mang baguhin. Adjustment of contract. So, the work shall be executed under the conditions of the contract. If may changes na naganap or nag-cause ng increase or decrease sa amount due under ng contract or sa time, dapat na mag-ano yung contractor ng contract adjustment or modification to change yung scope or price originally agreed by the parties. Value of extra work. So, when the need for additional work arises, kasunod na nun yung increase sa cost of construction. And in order to avoid confusion and cost, yung contractor is ihinto muna yung operation temporarily para ma-notify yung owner and come to an agreement regarding issues associated dun sa additional work and sa increase ng na-estimate na cost para to help reduce the potential risk of not receiving payment for additional work performed. So, yung last is award of extra work to other contractors. So, when both parties, yung owner and yung contractor, hindi nagkasundo sa scope change or adjustment contract price saka sa completion time, the owner may award such extra work to another contractor. Claims for extra cost. So, when the need for additional work has been discovered, the contractor should immediately notify the owner in writing and dapat within 15 days before proceeding to execute the work, parang giving rise sa obligation ng owner to pay for the work. Cleaning up at completion of work. So, once a big construction or renovation project is complete, makalat syempre or may mga leftover. So, responsibility ng contractor na all waste materials shall be cleaned properly, pati yung mga pagre-return ng mga tools and equipment na ginamit sa site. If the contractor fails to clean up after due notice at the completion of work, the owner may clean up the site and charge the cost na lang sa contractor. So, I don't know if there's any, parang it's whatever you agreed to. So, check your contract. It is usually broom swept only. Use of completed portions of work. So, yung project is almost done, matatapos na, may mga portions na lang na hindi pa, pwedeng mag-request ng owner to use any completed or partially completed portion of the work. Pero, if such prior use increase the cost or naka-delay ng mga uncompleted work, the contractor shall be entitled to extra compensation or extension of time or both. Substantial completion and its effect. So, para sa both parties, reaching substantial completion sa isang construction project is an exciting time. The owner can use the property and the contractor can collect the payments and retained funds. So, ano ba yung substantial completion? Pag sinabing substantial, it means the project or a portion of the project is fit for its intended use. So, 95% na yung work. Bali, punch list items na lang yung remaining to complete. Yung punch list na yun is yung list of defects found sa completed work. The owner may also issue the contractor a written acknowledgement of substantial completion, parang form of a certificate of substantial completion. Period of making good of no defects or faults. So, ito lang yung period of 30 days calculated from the date of the receipt of the contractor ng last item sa punch list submitted during which the contractor shall complete the corrective works, making good of known defects or faults. So, it is common na sa construction projects for defects to manifest or appear sa works. Most construction contracts require the contractor na bumalik sa site to rectify or ayusin yung mga nakitang defects. So, yung mga defects na yun is yung mga works na di na-meet yung standard and specification required by the contract. So, ang obligation lang dito ng contractor is to execute at his own expense all works necessary for making good of known defects, imperfections, or faults within sa period stated sa Article 20.12. Special tests and inspections. So, yung inspection process is separate na sa contractor's supervision sa works. So, kung yung owner instructs the contractor to perform after the date of substantial completion, it shall be treated as a separate work which shall be covered by a supplemental agreement. So, hiwalay na siya sa usapan ng isang contract. For example, hindi na involved sa isang contract yung testing, kailangan magkaroon ng supplemental agreement, not otherwise required in the contract. Acceptance of non-conforming work. So, if the owner accepts defective or non-conforming work, instead na ipaalis or ipatama pa, magpapa-issue na lang si owner kay contractor ng change order, tapos magkakaroon na lang ng reduction sa contract price. Adjustment of prices. So, hindi naman maiiwasan sa isang construction na magkaroon ng mga unexpected events which cause sa pagtaas or pagbaba ng gastos. Dapat once a month, kailangan nating i-inform yung owner kung ano na yung happening sa mga gastusin. Kung nasusunod ba yung nasa contract or hindi. Also, hindi siya dapat lalagpas ng 5% ng original contract price. Pag lumagpas siya sa 5%, hindi na labor and materials yung problem doon. Maybe may corruption na nagaganap. Payment in legal tender. So, yung payments under the contract shall be made sa currency na napagkasundoan. And if it is not legally possible to deliver such currency, then in the currency na legal sa Pilipinas is pwede na.